Hey guys, so tonight we're going to be playing some more of the Crew Motorfest because it is Monday night. And yeah, we have a new summit contest this week that I'm pretty excited about. I remember seeing this, I guess, last stream that it was upcoming this week. And I guess I forgot about it until tonight when I started streaming because I didn't remember before I started tonight. I was thinking, what's going to be the theme of the week or whatever. And yeah, we have the Koenigsegg Motorfest selection, um, which is going to be pretty cool. I mean, Koenigsegg is a Swedish hypercar brand, become a lot more popular in recent years. Basically, every car enthusiast or car person likes Koenigsegg's. They're all very fast, very cool, and for some reason, I kid you not, the word Koenigsegg is banned on PlayStation. Or it's banned on YouTube, but I highly doubt that. So I don't know what the issue is. Um, you'll notice I have the stream titled tonight just the Crew Motorfest and Chill, which I haven't done for like a year because this game has a new thing going on every week. I've decided to start putting it in the title to kind of help, like differentiate the streams. Um, and so I typed out the Crew Motorfest Koenigsegg Motorfest selection, and it literally wouldn't let me start my stream. And I was trying to figure out why. And then I realized that it was saying like there's profanity in the title. And when I like closed it and tried like starting the stream again, the word Koenigsegg was fully blurred out, like with little like stars, like the entire word. So I'm so confused why the word Koenigsegg is banned. Um, from being in my title when I start a stream. I really have no idea what the reasoning is behind that. Um, I don't know if the word Koenigsegg has another meaning, like in Swedish or something, but Koenigsegg is the last name of the founder of Koenigsegg because it's a newer brand. He's still alive. Christian von Koenigsegg, I think, is his full name. So he's still alive. This dude founded the company. It's named after him. Koenigsegg is his last name. It really beats me as to why it wouldn't let me put it in the title. It has to be some sort of glitch. The only thing I could think of is that maybe like I know some people spell like sex like with SEG and then S, or with two G's like it's spelled in Koenigsegg. So maybe it thinks I'm trying to spell like sex or something, or it's relating it to like the N word, like NIG, because that's insane. NIG in the middle of a word that has seven other letters. I mean, I really have no idea. I'm really stumped on that. It's kind of annoying that I had to not put the name of the week in the title, but it's whatever. I mean, there's nothing I can do about it. It just literally wouldn't let me put Koenigsegg in the title. So, also, we had our house cleaned today, and my face cam is moved a little bit, so I'm going to readjust this. It should be better. I should have done this as soon as I started. Alright, yeah, that's much better. Okay, so camera's adjusted. I've now explained what's up with the title, so that's out of the way. So yeah, either it's PlayStation or it's YouTube that's banned the word Koenigsegg from being in a stream when I start, and I really don't know why. Anyways, we're going to be enjoying the Koenigsegg Motorfest selection tonight. And yeah, I'll have to look it up or something. I'm thinking it's PlayStation because I'm streaming on YouTube, but I'm doing the stream through PlayStation. I started with the PlayStation Share feature. So for some reason, I think PlayStation banned the word Koenigsegg. Hang on, someone is DMing me. I'm not sure if they're on the stream or not, but the messages come up too quickly to read, so I'll have to go take another look at those quickly before we get started. I'm just pulling up the stream on my phone here, and I'll see who was messaging me. They were inviting me to the game as well. Which I have a few people who just kind of randomly invite me to play this game sometimes, but I never join like invites without you know, talking to someone first. Like I never just join random invites, even when I'm streaming. Okay. So, stream is up, looks good. We did Elden Ring last night, which went pretty well. I didn't stream for that long, because I think I started at like 6 last night. I mean, tonight it's even already almost 5:30. I'm like incapable of starting a stream before 5 a.m. these days. I've been up all day too. I've been up for well over 12 hours. Been up since like noon. Okay, I've opened up the stream on my phone, so looks good. And yeah, I guess tonight hopefully is just going to be kind of like an odd one out stream, or just this one Crew Motorfest stream is just called Crew Motorfest and Chill, which is what I used to title the streams on this game like a year ago. I've been putting the weekly main stage in the title like every time I've streamed this. It's never been an issue until tonight, because PlayStation banned the word Koenigsegg. Anyways, let me go check my messages quickly. Like I said, whoever was messaging me, I don't know if they're on stream or not, but I'll figure out if they want to join. They can, because most of the Live Summit events you can do multiplayer, I think. And yeah, I also poured myself a glass of milk, which I haven't even got to start yet. It's because I have some more Easter chocolate that I'm going to be eating tonight, so hopefully we can get started soon, and then I'll just kind of eat chocolate as I drink milk, because that is one of the simple things in life. I'll be back in a sec. Okay, Spritey Kins. I definitely don't recognize the name if I have played with this person before. Let's see what Spritey Kins DM'd me. Okay, looks like first time ever DMing. He said, yo, can you join crew so I can do a solo race for a challenge? Okay, I'm not really sure what he's talking about. I'm just gonna say, hopefully you guys can still hear me on stream. I know the camera goes off when I'm outside of the game, but I count on the game still broadcasting my mic audio. So I'm just gonna respond to this guy. I'm gonna say, doing summit. You're welcome to join. So I'm doing summit right now. Doing summit right now. You're welcome to join. Okay, I'm back. So, as I was saying there, as I was messaging Spritey Kins, hopefully you guys can still hear me on stream. I don't think it ever has cut off my mic before when I've gone out of the game, but you know, I just always have this sneaking suspicion that it might one day, and that would suck because I'm trying to explain stuff as I go out of the game, and it turns my face cam off. It just makes it look like I'm completely like gone. So as long as you guys can hear me, then it's fine. Anyways, this custom bundle might be new. That looks like the Koenigsegg 1-1. How do you pronounce that really? I used to just say Koenigsegg 1, but that would be incorrect. It's maybe like Koenigsegg 1-1, or just 1-1. Because it's meant to be like a ratio, so they've got it spelled two different ways. But the Koenigsegg 1-1 is a special version of the Agera, basically. Like the highest end Agera, so the Agera RS or whatever. And I'm pretty sure it's the horsepower and weight in kilograms are equal. So it's probably European horsepower, which I forgot what they call it. It's European horsepower is a little bit less than American horsepower, which I forgot the official terms. I've not been on my car game lately. Yeah, it's metric horsepower versus mechanical horsepower. So metric horsepower is actually a little bit lower than mechanical horsepower, and obviously there's a lot less kilograms than there are pounds. So if you were comparing this car's weight in pounds to its mechanical horsepower, the numbers are going to be way off. But yeah, I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty sure it's metric horsepower to kilograms is actually equal. So both of them obviously are over 1,000. You can check here. Yeah, so it's 1,341 horsepower, brake horsepower, which I'm pretty sure is the same as mechanical horsepower, and then 2,998 pounds, which in kilograms, probably quite close to the power. That's why they call it the Koenigsegg 1-1. Either way, this bundle costs a lot of crew credits, which I don't have, so I'm not going to be able to get it. Having the Koenigsegg 1-1 would be kind of cool. I do have an Agera in this game. I don't think they have the Agera RS, but I think I have like the Agera S or something, which was actually like my first hypercar. I got it in the crew too, pretty sure. Anyways, they're advertising that for whatever reason. It looks like there's no Summit bundle, so maybe that means there's no exclusive vehicles this week, which is like, I'm pretty sure that's a first, right? I don't think they've ever done a week in this game without a bundle where you can, you know, get exclusive cars that you need for certain events for that week. I'm not sure what this barcode is, probably some store thing. As for the monthly main stage, we're currently having a 5-week month in Motorfest. So we're on the 4th week here, which is Koenigsegg Motorfest selection. Last week was 2 versus 4. Next week we have Aerial Circus, which I feel like Aerial Circus is going to be plane themed, so we probably won't have as much fun in this game next week, but tonight we certainly will. I'm totally down with the Koenigsegg theme. And as for the Legend Pass, I've already got to level 7. So I've already got that free Porsche a while ago at level 3. And yeah, there's not really much more progress that I'm going to go out of my way to make in the main stage. We're just focusing on the weekly stuff, which are the Summit contests and, of course, the custom show. Which, if I had to guess, the custom show is just going to be all Koenigsegg's. Maybe the Summit contest will be all Koenigsegg's too. I don't know. We're gonna figure that out. Let's go to the custom show now. See what the hell's happening here. Oh, it looks like I actually got 3 likes on my Pagani Zonda R last week, which I'm pretty sure this car has 0 customization on it. And for some reason, that's still bronze. I remember more than 2 likes always being silver, because I've got silver a few times in the custom show. I actually got platinum once. Um, but yeah, so I always like my own vehicle, which everybody should do, because that's how you get at least bronze. That means that 2 other people liked my car, but it's still only in bronze. And I'm even in the top 40K. So I don't remember how they do it, but they do the rankings differently than the Summit contest. In the Summit contest, top 40,000 players get at least silver. I guess top 40K is still bronze for the custom show. Really? My Pagani, even though it literally has no customization, only gets 3 likes, and this Maserati gets 74. That is a hideous color for a Maserati. The color is what stands out to me. I mean, I'm sure the build is nice and all, but neon highlighter yellow on a Maserati? No, that's really ugly. I don't know how that got so many likes. Okay, 100,000 XP for bronze. That's fine. It's not like I would have got much more from silver anyway. It's just body. Actually, it's body kit stuff for the Yesko, which I've already customized the Yesko, so it doesn't really matter. Okay, platinum reward for this week is the Advection Underglow, which looks pretty sick. Yeah, Aerial Circus is definitely going to be plane themed. Alright. So, let me guess. This custom show is going to be just any and all Koenigsegg's, which all of the Koenigsegg's are hypercars. Some of Koenigsegg's older cars might be considered supercars, but every modern Koenigsegg is a hypercar. The only Koenigsegg's that wouldn't be hypercars in this game are like the drift versions. Which, yeah, I don't think I have any. I think I just have, yeah, these 3 Koenigseggs and they're all hypercars. We got the Gamera, the Jesko, and the Agera R. I was saying Agera S earlier. That's a mishap on my part. I don't even know if the Agera S exists. There was the Agera R that they started with, which the Agera was Koenigsegg's like main car for like a while, early 2010s. Then they did the Agera R, Agera RS, and then the Koenigsegg 1-to-1. So the Agera R is actually 2012. The Jesko and the Gamera are both 2020. Now I'm pretty sure the Gamera in this game is based on the Concept 1. Actually, I know for a fact just by looking at it. So they actually changed the Koenigsegg Gamera. The Koenigsegg Jesko I think has been the same since they, I guess, revealed it in 2020. I'm not even sure what the actual model year is for Jeskos. But the Gamera, I think they finally released it properly like last year. And it's different. It has a different engine than they originally advertised. Which I don't think this game tells you engine stuff. But yeah, this is the 2020 Gamera, which is different than the Gamera we have in real life. This is actually technically a concept, and the engine was supposed to be a 3-cylinder. It was like a turbocharged i3 engine, inline 3, with like a bunch of electric motors. And they ended up doing a V8 for the actual car, and that's even more powerful, obviously. So yeah, this is like the old concept Gamera, and the Jesko is. I mean, nobody was driving Jeskos in 2020, but I'm pretty sure the 2020 version of the Jesko is the same as what you would see now. So I actually have customization on all 3 of those. On the Agera R, I actually have kind of like a body kit on this. So this car has been heavily customized. The Jesko and the Gamera only have like subtle customization, but it's fine. I feel like a bunch of people are gonna have Jeskos in the custom show, so we should go with like the Gamera. You know what? I might even do my Agera. Overall, I'd say the Agera is kind of less exciting car than the Gamera or the Jesko. But the fact that I have like a full like body kit on this car. Plus, I'm pretty sure I did this. Well, actually, I don't know if this was a custom paint color. It was probably one of the stock options. But I did change it. I don't remember what color this was. What color this car was stock. Probably like yellow. And then I made it this like navy blue, which looks really good on the Agera with the carbon and everything. The dark metallic blue looks spectacular. We can just double check customization here. You know, it's the custom show after all. Gotta make sure it's tip top. So yeah, I don't know what color this car was stock, but I don't think I've actually done any custom colors in this game, even though you can. You can kind of make any color you want. This game has good like official colors for each car most of the time. So I always stick with the officials. Black looks pretty awesome too, but it's harder to see the carbon. Green looks nice. Got the gray. There's a lighter blue. Orange, red, white, and yellow. So the Agera R stock in this game is probably either white or yellow, if I had to guess. This car looks quite nice in orange, but I definitely like the dark blue the best. Looks really cool. Now, for visual parts, I've done a ton of stuff. So, yeah, on the hood, I've added these hood scoops, which are quite intense, or like hood vents. And yeah, you can go with like whole carbon as well, which also looks really cool, but I went with the less carbon. There's still a lot of carbon on this car. Front bumper, yeah, so that changed the splitter basically. Yeah. Yeah, that was definitely a good call. So we got our nice splitter there with those hood vents. Rims I kept because the rims are basically perfect. Calipers. Oh, there we go. Okay, apparently the default black was just a titch lighter than the black that I had there. Usually it doesn't matter unless the calipers have like a unique logo or something. But usually I always make sure the calipers are the default color, unless I purposely want to change them. Side mirrors. So you can buy these alternate mirrors, but like, I don't know. I don't think it matters. I mean, they look cooler, but is that worth 3,000? 3,000 isn't even a bother, but still, is it worth? You know what? Sure, let's do it. Just so we know we have more customization on this car, I'll buy the mirrors. 2,950. It's basically nothing. Less than 1,000th of the money I have right now. Skirts. Okay, I got kind of those side vents. Rear fender. Yeah, so it basically just takes the vents that are already on the Agera R and just makes them bigger. I'm down with that. Rear wing looks like I'm rocking default. Yeah, default's the best. This one's cool too, but it's like smaller, and this one's too like flat. This one's definitely the best. Rear bumper. Okay. I wonder if I like this one better. I don't know. What I had was fine, but you know. I mean, these ones are pretty cool. It's like big diffuser though. We'll stick with what we have. It's fun. It's slightly different than the default. That's fun. Interior, I'm not gonna mess with. Looks like the interior is actually more like gray. It looks kind of lighter than like black. I don't know. Whatever the interior is, it has to be default. It's unlikely I changed it. Alright, Agera R is looking good. We got the new mirrors. As for tires, I think we're gonna keep these default. I definitely want to keep the kind of realistic look on this car. This smoke is really cool, this electric tunnel effect, but it's very like invasive when you're driving. It actually is super distracting. So I usually avoid it, even though it's cool. Also, this vanity stuff doesn't matter for the custom show. No one's going to see it anyways. But, you know, we might be using this car tonight. We'll see. We can go with the, let's go with like the blue nitro smoke. I think that one's called. Got the Pulsar Nitro. I think I'm getting these names right. Alright, yeah, that's cool. You can go Pulsar, and actually we should go with that smoke. I think those two kind of go together somewhat. Underglows, not gonna bother with one of those. Window tint. The black doesn't look too bad on this car because the interior looks kind of light, but that's fine. I don't think we need to do that. I don't know. Does the black window tint look better? It kind of does, actually. I kind of like the black window tint, maybe because of the carbon on this car. Blue is too much, obviously, but... yeah, let's get the tinted windows, why not? We are fully pimping out this Koenigsegg Agera R. Definitely don't want our rooftop. All those are too silly for this. And we don't need a livery. Okay, let's register the Agera R. It's looking good. Main stage challenge, which those do refresh every week. So each week, I'm pretty sure they always have one that you do just for entering the custom show. You can make so much money in XP just from participating in the custom show, which is really easy. Okay, looks like we got some other Ageras around here. I was expecting to see more like Yeskos. I don't even see like any Yeskos here. I'm seeing a Gamera and a bunch of Ageras. Maybe I should have put my Yesko in. Maybe a lot of people just don't own it. I think I bought that car for like just like 2 million or whatever. Just bought it like straight up. It's definitely a wishlist car. Okay, that person that was messaging me at the beginning of the stream never messaged me back, I'm pretty sure. I'll double check quickly. Yeah, so whoever was messaging me, it's someone that I already have friended, but we had never DM'd on PlayStation before, apparently. I don't recognize his name, and I don't even know if he was on stream or not. But he was messaging me to join him to help him with some solo race or something. And I told him I'm doing the summit contest, he's welcome to join. But he hasn't responded, and he's had ample time to respond now as I just did all the custom show crap, so... it's time for us to hit the summit contest, and I expect that we should be able to complete all of the events tonight, because there's no summit bundle this week, which is really weird. So either they're not going to have like restrictions at all, or like maybe it's just like Koenigsegg. So as long as you have at least one Koenigsegg, then you're able to do all the races. I don't know. I'm not sure how they're going to sort that out. We shall see. Here's the reward track for the summit contest week rather than the custom show. Yeah, usually the summit contest rewards are better. That is when they actually give you XP and money, because sometimes you get like spare parts and stuff, which always sucks. Platinum reward is Red Fury Nitro, which looks pretty sick. And you can get a free Koenigsegg CCR if you get to gold, which the CCR is an older Koenigsegg. I think the base one was called the CC, or maybe the CCR is the base one. Or I think there was like a CCX as well. I don't know if the CCX is better or worse than the CCR. All I know is that the Koenigsegg CC kind of turned into the Agera. It evolved into that. And now Koenigsegg doesn't really have like a flagship or like a main car anymore. Now they just kind of keep releasing like unique models. So yeah. Here's my bronze rewards from last week. spare parts. Beautiful. Always wanted 5,000 more spare parts that I'm never gonna use. Okay, yes, we are able to do all 6 events, all 3 feats. So we have Swedish Performance, which is going to be in a loaned hypercar. Probably the Jesko. It looks like they're... Oh, you know what? I'm a little bit silly. I bet at least 2 of these races, one of them is going to say you need the Jesko, one of them is going to say the Agera R. The reason why the bundle isn't showing up is because I already own both cars. This has happened before, but not like in a long time. Usually, most of the time, I don't end up doing all of the events each week because I don't buy the bundle each week and I don't own all the cars. And when I do buy the bundle, it's like, you know, I buy it that night just to participate more in the summit. So this is one of those rare times where I actually own both cars that are in the weekly bundle, which I'm pretty sure is going to be the Jesko and the Agera R because those are the 2 cars in the background, and I already own both of them, so that's why. That's why the bundle just wasn't showing up. It's because I already own both the cars, so the bundle doesn't exist for me. Anyways, the loaned vehicle is most likely going to be the Jesko. European Route E45 is in any hypercar. Jesko's Legacy. Need to use the Jesko. No compromises, any Koenigsegg hypercar. Taking action, you need to use the Agera R. And no fear of failure, any Koenigsegg hypercar. Alright, cool. So, loaned race, probably going to be the Jesko. We're going to use the Jesko for that. We're going to use the Agera R. And then we have one race where we don't even need to use a Koenigsegg, but I think I want to stick with Koenigsegg's tonight, so I'll probably use the Gamera for 2 of the races, maybe the 2 that you just need an unspecified Koenigsegg. And then for this one, maybe I'll use the Agera R, or I'll use the Jesko if the loaned car is the Agera R for some reason. Ah, we have an exclusive feat as well. So you need to use the Koenigsegg Jesko for the slalom. That's kind of cool. I don't like it when I don't own the car, but when I do own the car, it's pretty cool. So we have to do slalom in the Jesko. There's a no restriction bullseye, which I'm pretty sure I quit the bullseye last week because you had to turn into a plane halfway through, which I hate. And we have an escape that is just any hypercar. Hypercar only escape. Okay, we're finally going to start racing. I'm also going to finally start eating chocolate because I'm kind of hungry. Like I said, I pre-prepared milk and everything, so I'm just going to be eating Easter chocolate in between like each race, each event. And yeah, we're going to get it all done. We got 9 things to do. 6 races, 3 feats. It's all part of the Koenigsegg Motorfest selection. Can't go wrong, right? Hopefully. It's already going wrong because I can't get this goddamn wrapper off this Arrow Easter egg. Arrow flavor. Okay, I was correct about the loaned vehicle being the Jesko. Makes sense. This car is more sought after, faster, and more expensive than the Agera, so usually the top car... Oh, what did I do? A quip accident? I was going to say, usually the top car each week is what they use for the loaned vehicle. It's always the coolest car. I'm glad I already own this. And I don't even get to use my own Jesko, I'm using the Fair PvP. This car will either be maxed out or stock. And no customization, it's bone stock. customize. Which, like I said, I have customization on my own Yesco, but not that much, just kind of some minor stuff. I even kept it in the white color, default white. Can't go wrong with a white Yesco. Color white just suits the Koenigsegg Yesco very well. Okay, this car drives super nicely. Pretty good acceleration. It's gonna have great high speed. And the handling, of course, it's definitely up there. So, car facts from real life. I'm pretty sure that the Koenigsegg Yesco is supposed to have a 2.5 seconds 0 to 60, which is okay. For a hypercar, it's not amazing, but it's not bad either. And supposedly it can hit 300. I just messed up really badly. I might have to restart. Actually, that was a fail. Yeah, let's let's retry. We're just getting warmed up. I haven't played this game in a week. Anyways, yeah, supposedly the Koenigsegg Yesco tops out at like exactly 300. I don't even know if that's been properly tested yet, but supposedly it hits 300. And you're not really able to get to 300 miles per hour in this game. They usually cut you off at like just before 280. Like 278, 279 is usually where they top out all cars for whatever reason. Because I remember actually testing this thing when I bought it. When I bought the Yesco, it was probably in the Crew 2. So I would have bought the Yesco in the Crew 2. And then I remember testing the top speed to try to get to 300, but it cut me off at like 278. It's not really cool. They should let you go to 300 in this game. If you're gonna have hypercars that go to that speed, like the Yesco. And I don't know if this car has actually hit 300 in real life before. I think it's a claim, but if the claim was made by Koenigsegg, then I trust it, because their cars aren't known for being slow. So Jesus Christ. Going so fast there, I had to slow down a ton. Off-roading too much. Letting the bots pass me. Oh man. I'm like spinning out too. I lost so much grip there. Kind of felt like when you have tire wear on one of the pro racing tracks. Pretty sure this car is rear wheel drive, and it certainly feels like that. But that means that the drifting is good. It's just, you know, the drifting is good in this car. You also need to be careful about spinning out. It's the finish line. We came in third. It's whatever. Should have came in first there, but I kind of screwed up again. It wasn't as bad as the first time. That was a short race too, literally 2 minutes and 1 second. Still got 74,000 points, despite coming in third against bots, so I guess they give you some tougher bots for this one. I don't know. I was expecting to have a lower score. Not bad then. Good start for the night. Or the morning. It's already 6 now and it's getting quite light out. We're almost at the end of April. We have less than 2 months until the summer solstice, which is the longest day of the year, right when summer starts. And yeah, until then, like it's just gonna keep getting lighter earlier and earlier. Okay, European Route E45. I wonder if that's a reference to like a real road or something. I'm not sure. So So this race is the only race this week where you can actually use any hypercar. Doesn't have to be a Koenigsegg, but obviously I still want to use a Koenigsegg. I'm gonna use the Agera because I have 3 Koenigsegg's, we're gonna use them each twice. So the Jesko was loaned, and then we have the next race coming up is we're gonna use my own Jesko. For this race, we're gonna use the Agera. After the Jesko race, I think there's one where you can do any Koenigsegg, so I'll use the Gemera. And then we'll use the Agera again, and then we'll use the Gemera again. So we're lapping each car. So for this race, we'll use the Agera R, which is going to need to be upgraded. Hopefully I have enough to do so. We'll find out. Yeah, this car is only 760 out of 920 right now, which it might be stock. I'm thinking it is. We already looked at customization, that doesn't matter. We just did that for the custom show. Yeah, 760 is stock, so hopefully we have full 920s here. Get the Agera R nice and maxed out. And yeah, I am pretty sure that this was my first hypercar in the crew, because I would have bought this car in the crew too, and I'm pretty sure I didn't have any other hypercar at the time, and I wanted to get one that was not too expensive, so this was like one of the cheapest hypercars. I think it was actually the second cheapest hypercar to the Maserati MC20, or MC12. Yeah, it would have been the MC12. Okay, 920, this is maxed out, 1400 horsepower. Well, when you max out the Agera R, it is better than the stock Koenigsegg 1.1, so that's cool, I guess. Alright, I'm just grabbing another chocolate before we start. I know it's going to be harder once we're taking off. We'll see how the Agera drives compared to the Jesko. I'm thinking it might be a little worse in the handling, but hopefully not too bad. Whoa. We gotta retry that. That was a total spin out. I could have tried rewinding, but even on the rewind, I think I would still have been screwed. That was like bad. The car fully lost control. So I'm kind of noticing a trend between the Jesko and the Agera tonight, since I've now used both. Both cars are good at handling, but it's also kind of easy to lose control in them. I don't remember the Koenigsegg's specifically in this game being kind of harder to tame. I just kind of remember them having good handling, which they do. They turn them on and they drift well, but they seem quite sensitive, and you can really spin out, so let's retry this. This time we should be good. And I think the Agera is even more drifty than the Jesko. They actually have a drift edition of the Agera R in this game, as a drift car that you can get. Probably the only Koenigsegg in this game that isn't considered a hypercar. Yeah, this car is really drifty. Like super drifty. It feels a lot driftier than the Jesko, so I don't know. We're also off to a terrible start here. This race only has five racers, but I'm way behind. It's not like I have this on high difficulty, so why are these bots so fast? Oh my god. Bro. I promise I'm not trying to drive on the wall. This car just wants to keep steering into the wall. It's trying to throw me off. you see this? Holy Christ. Oh my god. Okay, I think we're actually going to use a different car for this race. This Agera is very difficult to drive. Why does it drive so bad? It's not that it's bad, but it's so hard to control. I'm losing control of this car so easily. Let's go back to the Jesko and see the difference, because the Jesko was, yeah, a little hard to contain, but it was not like that. I guess I haven't driven the Agera R in a long time because that was atrocious. I don't think any of the other hypercars that I have that spin out like that, that was insane. It felt like I was using a drift car. So, let's try the Jesko instead, and this is my Jesko, which is going to be maxed out. So, yeah, it's going to be quite a bit faster than the Agera R. And hopefully a lot better handling. As for the customization, I think I'm gonna kind of keep what I have, which I like the white on the Jesko. I know it's the default color, but the white just looks good. And then it's got kind of the green, like, you know, livery, which is cool. And then there's also the yellow and blue, which are the Swedish colors. So you've got a little bit of yellow, blue, and green, but most of the car is just white. I think it looks good. It's not too much or anything. I don't know if I've fully looked into the customization on this car or not. I think I have. Okay, I'm probably gonna keep the hood. So yeah, it looks like I haven't changed too much with this car. You can go with like older style headlights if you want. That this literally just looks like it's like a GTA 5 version now of the Koenigsegg Jesko. Pretty certain there is a Jesko in GTA, and I guarantee you it has headlights that look like that, not this. I don't know why GTA cars always have the old headlights. Okay. Well, that's kind of cool. We can get like a white strip on the splitter. I think everything else is the same, right? Nothing else changes there. That's kind of cool, so I'll go with that. Unless we have even better options. The whiteout headlights look terrible. The blackout looks better, but still, it's just not the style of headlight I like. I like the, you know, the original LED look. So yeah, just this one here, number 5. Kind of a white strip. Why is that so expensive? 26,000 just to add a white strip to my splitter. I mean, it looks cool and it's the Jesko, so that's fine. We can add a second layer of canards at the front. On the front fenders. I guess I'll go with that. I think 2 canards looks better than 1 usually. So yeah, we can do that. This also costs 26,000, bro. The things I do to make the car look slightly better. Rims. Okay, there's one other Koenigsegg option, but I'm gonna keep the originals. Those look nice. Carbon. Oh, what's the default color for these calipers? Hang on, what button do I press again? I hold triangle, right? Oh, I don't remember. Okay, hold triangle, reset color. Okay, green is the default. Alright, yeah, keep the green Koenigsegg calipers. I did the same mirrors, but with the Swedish flag there. Blue with the yellow cross. Skirts. That's weird. I added white to the skirts, but not to the splitter. I wonder why. Rear wing. Oh, that alternate wing is kind of cool. We can go with that. Because it's got some green on it. Yeah, let's get the alternate wing. This costs 50,000. 50,000. I mean, it's a wing, so it's a more noticeable piece. But still, I've just dropped like 100K on this car just to customize it. We haven't even changed the paint. Rear bumper. I mean, darken the taillights. Oh, I like the white on the diffuser. That's actually titanium exhaust too. Oh, tough choice actually. Which one do I like the best? I'm surprised I haven't. I must have like purposely chose not to customize this car that much because like it's so expensive or something. I guess the pricier cars have pricier upgrades. Because there's some cool stuff for this car. I mean, all these diffuser options look pretty sick. I like this one here. This one looks the best. It'd be cool if I could get the titanium exhaust with that, but I can't. It's only with a different style of diffuser, which doesn't look as good. Okay, this is fine. The normal taillights, not the darkened ones. Never been into that. Okay, yeah, keep the default interior. Yeah, this Koenigsegg Jesko is looking pretty awesome now. It just looks like a slightly enhanced version of the normal Jesko, you know? It's just the better version. Tires probably don't want to do anything. Keep the realistic look. Just double checking, just in case. Yeah. Keep the base tires. Smokes, looks like I didn't even have one equipped. For smoke on this car, could go with like that smoke. I had that on the Agera R and it looks pretty cool. Nitro, we could go with a green nitro because we got green stuff on this car. I could go with this one here. I think that green nitro will look pretty sick. Not gonna do an underglow. Window tints, I could black it out like I did with the Agera, but nah, we don't need to for this car. It's got the white seats, which are kind of cool. Same thing, no rooftops. Alright, brief detour there to change to the Jesko. So we're obviously going to have to do another race in the Agera. I don't know why it was misbehaving so badly. But yeah, one of the races that's coming up, we actually need to use the Agera R. So we'll use it for just that race and hopefully I can contain it. For this race, we're switching to the Jesko. And I'm placing my bets that the Jesko is going to feel like it handles extremely well now after using the Agera because I don't know why the Agera was spinning out so much. It was not acceptable. Yeah, this handles way better. Handles like a dream compared to the Agera. That nitro is super cool too. That green nitro. Wherever I got it from. Looks like a Rugera in front of me. You don't see Koenigsegg Rugeras that often in this game. Oh my god, bro. The Jesko's doing the same thing the Agera was. It's clinging to the walls in this tunnel. Okay, I've screwed up majorly. I don't know what is going on here. I hate to do this, but I'm going to drop the difficulty too, just because I don't want to be streaming all night. we know that we're going to be at least attempting every event in the summit contest, so I don't know. I feel like the bots are going incredibly fast, and I'm going like just like max speed to try to catch up with them. That's what causes me to crash and just screw up even worse. So we're gonna put this to 1 out of 5 difficulty, and it's probably gonna be insanely easy now because that's how this game works. Sometimes, usually 2 out of 5 is fine. It's just a chill experience. Sometimes 2 out of 5 seems too crazy, and then I put it to 1 out of 5, and it's like, you know, the gap between those two is insane. Like, the bots are probably going to disappear within the first 30 seconds of the race. That's how much easier this is going to be now. I wish there was an in-between, but it's whatever. At the end of the day, the bots don't matter. This is a summit contest. We're just trying to go for the final time. So, the bots don't really matter. They're kind of just there for fun. And it's not really that fun when they're smoking my maxed out Yeska, so... They've still beat me off the line here, every single one of them. We'll catch up, though. We're gonna catch up. Also, there's not a lot of good nitrous opportunities at the beginning of this race. A lot of wider turns. It's not really a good place to use nitro. Yeah, I'm gonna try to avoid hitting the walls of this tunnel because the car likes to drive on the side of the wall. Alright, better. Finally a decent start after the last 2 attempts, which did not go well. Hit top speed 279. That's what they top you out at in this game. I don't think you're allowed to go 280. You're just not allowed. All cars are governed at 279, which I think is dumb. When you use nitrous, you can go more. I almost hit 300 there. It was like 293. 293 if you gun the nitrous at top speed. Yeah, I think 293 is top. And once your nitrous runs out, you'll actually start losing speed. Which, I don't think it works like that in real life. I just slowed down a ton there. I was still going like over 100. It felt like I slowed down to like 20. Yeah, this is Koenigsegg. The Yesko experience. Hypercar experience. Top tier hypercar. Best of the best. There's our finish line. So as I predicted, the bots were way easier that time. We need to put the difficulty back up. Because this game likes to do it kind of like in general. So if you change the difficulty for one race, it's going to change for all your races. 89k points, not bad. Looks like I'm like level 9 in the Legend Pass now, which I think is like the highest I've ever made it. I don't think I've ever made it that far in the Legend Pass. I wonder if they actually made it easier to level up. Also, why do I look so red? It's the lighting. Because there's so much natural light coming in through the windows now. I have the lights on in the next room over, and it just looks ridiculously warm on camera. So I'm gonna go turn the lights off. Just give me a minute. We're gonna put the difficulty back up 1. Because the bots are just not even a bother at 1 out of 5.
Let's complete this playlist.
We want to be chilling, but we don't want to be just ignoring the bots' existence. Because at 1 out of 5, they're literally ants. And you just run over them. Don't look back. Alright, so I'm almost level 10 actually for the Legend Pass, which means I'm gonna get that audio signature. We still have another week. I might even hit like level 20 and get my first epic title. That'd be kind of crazy. And epic titles always used to be level 50, right? And legendary was level 100. So they kind of bumped everything down. They changed some stuff with this game recently, and most of it had to do with the main stages, which is what most people do when they play this game, I imagine. Okay, I'm just gonna go quickly turn off the lights. There we go, much better. We can just stick with the natural light. Alright, so we gotta hop to it. We gotta hurry up here. We've only done 2 races. There's some weird sound effect that's playing right now in game, and it's extremely annoying. I have no idea where that's coming from. What the hell is that sound effect? Some guy is, got his, that's a Bugatti, Cento Daisy. Okay, so he was just sitting on me and revving? Why does his engine sound so bad? There's no way the Bugatti sounds like that in this game. I don't know, let me just drive away and we'll get back to what I was doing. Didn't really want to listen to his car. I don't know if he changed like the audio signature or whatever, but that revving sounded awful. It sounded like a Tesla trying to like mock a real car, you know? Electric cars usually have that now. Well, Teslas have that. I think the new electric Charger has that too. People say it sounds more like a vacuum cleaner than an engine because it's literally playing out of a speaker. It's not real. Okay. Back to the summit contest. Bro, I'm hearing that sound effect again. I swear to God, if there's somebody sitting on me again when I go out of here. No. Where was the sound effect coming from this time? I have no idea what that sound effect is or what it's coming from. I've never heard it before, but it sounds like a really bad, like, electric car revving or something. It's such an annoying sound. Why is that in the game? And where is it coming from? I have no idea. It's so random. So random. It better not start up again. Oh my god, it's happening again. Okay, I don't know where the sound effect is coming from. For some reason, when I open up the summit contest, I hear it, so... I really couldn't tell you, but it's one of the most annoying sounds I've ever heard. Thank God I have my volume turned down in this game. Okay, Yasko's Legacy. So now this is the race where we need to use the Koenigsegg Yasko. So we're gonna go ahead and do that now. Yasko's Legacy with my maxed out Yasko. 920 out of 920. Now with some new customization. I do like that new spoiler. It actually does look quite different than the original one. So it's looking good. It's maxed out. We're gonna do well, hopefully. I'm just gonna grab another Easter egg as we start here, which is kind of difficult to do in this game because while I'm driving, you know, I can't be eating. I can't even afford to take a sip of milk. I have to just focus on the race the whole time. But I have a caramel flavored egg now. Should be good. We've actually had 8 guys for this race. The last one was only 5. For some reason. Yep. Can definitely tell that I turned the difficulty back up. Because the bots are actually able to pass me now. Not for long, that's what I say. Not for long. Oh man. Thank God for the barriers here on the sides of this highway. Otherwise I'd be at the bottom of a cliff. So even though this handles infinitely better than the Agera, it's still quite a hard car to control. There are other hypercars I think that are just much easier to control than this car, but the overall steering and drifting of the Jesko is quite good. You gotta be careful, you gotta watch it, or you're gonna find yourself spinning out. Luckily nowhere near as much as the Agera, because that was like the worst handling I've ever seen on a hypercar. It's not how I remember it, because that was my starting hypercar in the Crew 2. Also, why can't I catch up to these bots? I lowered the difficulty. Alright, I put the difficulty back up. It's still only at 2 out of 5. I've got a maxed out Jesko. And I can't even get to like 5th place here. It's an 8-man race. We're gonna need at least top 3 to actually count this as a pass. So I need to catch up. It's kind of a priority. Otherwise we gotta redo it. Which I don't want to do because we're doing all the events tonight. Here's the finish line. God damn it. 5th place, really? So I don't know what is with the difference between difficulty level 1 and difficulty level 2, but having it on 2 out of 5 is, like, why? I didn't even screw up that bad that race. That was pretty flawless. I was basically behind the bots the entire time. Somehow I passed 3 of them, but I need to be in the top 3 to win, which we didn't get to. So, I'm putting the difficulty back to 1 out of 5, and I guess we're just keeping it there tonight, and we're not going to worry about the bots, because at the end of the day, they don't matter. The bots are not supposed to matter. Because the time that I just got, if we did that on 1 out of 5 difficulty, I probably would have been way ahead of the bots. And it would have been a pass, you know? And the points would be the same. The difficulty of the bots does not dictate how many points you get for the competition. It only changes, you get a slight experience bonus. You get like 4% extra XP with each difficulty increase. Like, that's not really worth it, to be honest, if I have to be reattempting races. So we'll keep it at 1 out of 5 for now. Maybe like next week I'll put it back to 2. Usually I have it at 2. I don't often have to put it down, but it's happened twice now tonight. Like 2 races back to back where the bots are way faster on 2 out of 5. So yeah, let's just keep it there. It should be saved. And now the bots are going to be easy as hell again, but whatever. Don't need to worry about them. Just need to worry about getting to that finish line as quickly as possible for maximum pointage. So I'm just gonna have another egg here as we're going in. I always hate peeling off these little like tinfoil wrappers. I don't know why they're so hard to get off sometimes. I need to make sure the race isn't gonna start and I'm still opening this Easter egg. Am I going the right way? I'm technically on the wrong side of the road, but they both connect, right? Yeah, they do connect, thank God. That could have been a disaster. No, I'm going the wrong way again. I'm messing up the GPS, it's glitching. This is just one of those two highways where there's like two roads and you can take either one. They both lead to the same place. I'm banging up my Yesco here. Yeah, out of my way, Rigera. So the Rigera, I never unlocked that car in the Crew 2, but it was one of the cars that you unlocked, like, through the story. So I never completed the story in the Crew 2. I don't think I unlocked any of, like, the exclusive vehicles in that game. Completing story stuff. But, yeah, I think it was for completing the whole, like, street category. So in the Crew 2, the categories for all the vehicle types were a little different than this game, but mostly the same. There's just a few differences. And they had them, like, separated into 4, like, main categories. So the street category included street racing, drifting, drag racing, and hypercars. And once you completed the main story part of the street racing category, then you unlocked the Koenigsegg Regera for free. But you can probably also just buy the Koenigsegg Regera in this game for probably 2 million or less. 1 or 2 million. Alright, 74k points, it's fine. It's good enough, right? Good enough. Just got some playlist XP for something. Should double check this quickly. Yeah, so somehow I got playlist XP. You know what? I think that was a visual glitch. I'm pretty sure that happened last week too. Because in terms of the playlists revisit timeline, I have 0 blue XP this month. So it probably just shows it as blue, even though it's Legend Pass XP, which I'm now level 11. And since we've passed level 10, I got the rare Apex Racing Kit, which I don't think I've put like custom, racing kits or audios on any of my cars. I should mess around with these at some point and see what they sound like, because there could be a few cars I have that maybe could sound better. If I can make a 4-cylinder sound like a V8 or a V12, then we'd be pretty happy, you know? But most cars, you probably want to keep them how they sound originally. It's kind of blasphemous to change the sound of your engine. It's just like what I was saying earlier about electric cars. Electric cars are trying to make up for the fact that they don't make any noise, so they've started literally using speakers to like play the sound of a engine. Like I'm pretty sure the Tesla Model S, you can make it sound like a Lamborghini or whatever. You have like different options. You can make it sound like whatever car you want, which is just kind of ridiculous. Okay, so next up we're doing No Compromises, which is a Koenigsegg only race, but I can choose. So we're going to use the Gemera for this race. And then Taking Action is the race where we need to use the Agera R, so hopefully I can get it under control, because when I tried using it up here, it did not go well. So hopefully we can get that done with the Agera, and then No Fear of Failure, we'll use the Gemera again. I've now completed 3 races in the Yesco, so I think we've used the Yesco enough tonight. Also the Gemera, I'm not sure, I don't remember exactly how it drives in this game, in real life, the Jesko has a much higher top speed than the Gamera, but the Gamera has a much faster or quicker 0 to 60. The top speed of the Gamera is like around like 50 miles per hour lower than the Jesko, but its 0 to 60 is like 0.6 seconds quicker. I'm pretty sure it does like a 1.9 seconds 0 to 60, when the Jesko takes like 2.5. So the Gamera and the Jesko are like kind of opposites when it comes to just like, like a very fast hypercar. A mega car, as Koenigsegg likes to brand their own cars. Mega cars. And the Gamera is a four-seater, by the way. It's a Grand Tourer. A GT hypercar with 4 seats, which is pretty dope. You can bring the family with you as you go 0 to 60 in 1.8 seconds, since I have this car maxed out. Yep, nothing like driving kids to school at 1.8 seconds to 60 and then topping out at 280. That'd be pretty fun. Also, I should stop eating so much chocolate, but these Easter eggs are pretty good, man. I'm kind of hungry. I'm gonna have a coffee crisp egg next. It's gonna be good. And I don't think I really need to do anything for customization on the Gamera. I think we're fine. I trust this car is up to speed. I think we're all good. I see it's already maxed out, 920. Makes sense. It's one of my star cars. Oh, I can't open this in time. I need to pause this. Pause it. Can't open my goddamn Easter egg in time. I'm gonna have to retry it, by the way, because even if you pause right at the start like that, I'm still gonna have like a 1-second delay. The bots are gonna get a nice jump, so... Okay, I got the egg open. Now let's retry. Doing this for real. Let's see how the Gamera goes against the Jesko. This car is incredibly quick. Yeah, top speed is slower, but 0 to 60 is so much quicker. Off the line, this car won't get beat by much. So the handling is kind of more stiff than the Jesko, or slower to react. But this car has way better grip because it's all-wheel drive, so at least I'm pretty sure this car is all-wheel drive. It seemingly has way better grip and control than the Jesko, and especially the Agura did. So maybe the handling is a little worse in this car, but it's way easier to handle. Like it's easier to handle even though it's not as good. If that makes sense. Looks like the finish line is already here. A lot of quick races tonight. Most of these races are like 2 minutes or less. That race was literally 1.5 minutes. Now, is that because my Gamera is fast as hell, or are they just genuinely choosing really short tracks? That's what I think. I don't know why they don't do longer tracks. I remember hypercar races in the Crew 2 were always like 10 minutes at least. There was one hypercar race in the Crew 2 that took like 30 minutes on average. In this game, these hypercar races they were doing are like literally less than 2 minutes, which is a very short race. Average race should be around like 3-4 minutes. around the length of a song. Okay, taking action. So I guess this, the name of this race is kind of suiting, because, yeah, we're taking action. We're gonna try the Agera R again. I literally swapped to the Yesco instead of it earlier when I tried using the Agera R, because the Agera R was spinning out so easily. It was insanely hard to contain. So hopefully this race doesn't have a very difficult track. Hopefully it's chill, maybe a lot of nice long straightaways. We'll find out. Oh, that's to charge up nitro. I understand. We have a modifier for this race. So I don't remember what those are called. I usually call them the pink lanes. Driving in the pink lane will charge up nitros, but you need to be careful, because if you try going for a pink lane, you're just going to end up driving yourself off the road like I almost did there. And now I'm getting passed by all the bots at literally the lowest difficulty. So let's let that nitro charge up and use it to my advantage. The fact that I'm going for the pink lanes. Use the boost to your advantage. Should be this game's motto. Okay, the handling is seeming better this race than the other race we did in the Agera. I haven't like fully spun out yet, so seems like it's doing a lot better. Yeah, look at that. Ow. That was like a difficult turn, and this car actually took it like a champ. So maybe it's more of a question of how I drive the car rather than how the handling of the car is. Which, you could say that applies to every car, but in this game, not really. There are some cars that are very easy to drive, and there are some cars that are very hard to drive. With this car, maybe it's all about the mindset. I don't know. Yeah, see, like one little mishap, and look what happened. Now I have to rewind all the way back here, just so we can pass the bots. Because rewinding doesn't help out my final time at all for the summit. Oh, here's the finish line, by the way. Last place. Dead last. And I still have this on 1 out of 5 difficulty, right? Why are the bots so fast? I understand all the bots are in Koenigsegg's too, but like, I have this on the lowest difficulty. I didn't even screw up that bad that race. There was one spin out that I had, and I rewinded, which rewinding does work on bots. They get rewound as well. So I have no idea how the bots were so fast there that I just couldn't catch up. I mean, it's not like I can make it easier. We're on the lowest difficulty now. Okay, I'm gonna stop eating Easter eggs, because I've already eaten, like, I don't know, a bunch of them. Got a bunch of wrappers here. So I'm gonna stop eating chocolate. I'm just gonna finish my milk, which is like room temperature now. I'm gonna double check the difficulty. And we just need to really lock in this time. Because, yeah, I mean, the difficulty's on 1 out of 5. If I can't beat it, that means I'm just literally just... We have to give up, you know? Just means I am not good at driving the Agera R enough, and word that properly. I'm not good enough at driving the Agera R to take on these bots, which is not something I can accept. That's not something we're gonna go along with. We're gonna take action, as this race says, and we're gonna get it done. We're gonna beat these bots right now. And then we'll do the last race in the Gamera, and it's gonna be chill. Alright, let's try this again. And I know handling wasn't even that big of an issue with this car. I spun out once last time, which was a lot better than the other time I tried using this car tonight, so at least for the beginning part of the race, handling was not the issue. Alright, come on Agura, let's go. I need to see you, step up and show us that the Gamera and the Yesco aren't just completely and utterly better than you. I know they are. Both the Gamera and the Yesco are better than the Agura in pretty much every stat, but, this is still a Koenigsegg, right? It's the same bloodline. This car is not supposed to be a slouch. So we just need to do better. Just need to lock in. So I believe the bots are able to use those pink lanes. Like if they drive through them, their nitro will charge up quickly too, but I don't think they go for it on purpose. Like I don't think the bots go out of their way to drive in the pink lane. Like I am. Because it helps. As long as it doesn't screw you, it helps. There we go, that was the turn last time that I was actually kind of impressed that the Agura took it so well. This car is quite drifty, but if you use it to your advantage, if you control the drift, tame the drift, then you can actually have a pleasant experience driving this car. This is terrible. That turn right there, god damn it, that is bad. Because there's no barricade and this car just really wants to drift. This car just really wants to keep sliding. I can feel it right now. The car's lost its grip, so it really wants to spin out. I'm struggling to keep this thing straight. See, one little thing like that, you take one of your tires off road and the whole thing goes overboard. We got it. We got it. Much better. Much better, Agura. You've proven to me that you don't suck. I'm not gonna say the Agura is amazing, but it's good enough, right? It's a successful little brother to the Yesco. Okay, we only have one race left, and then we'll do the 3 feats quickly. They shouldn't take long. Hopefully this bullseye doesn't have another plane segment in it. Otherwise I will probably give up on it right away, because those just suck. Anyways, no fear of failure. We're going to use the Gamera again. And it should go wonderfully. Why is my car still all dented up? I think it would be repaired by now. I didn't even use this car last race. I was using my Agura. Yeah, so this car doesn't drift as well as the Agura or the Yesco, but it's easier to control, usually. Yeah, it is much easier to control. Look how fast that like 0 to 200 is. I mean, that wasn't 0, that was like what? Was I going like 100 there? I don't know. 100 to 200 even. I mean, that jump is just insanely quick, even without the nitrous. This car goes from 100 to 200 miles per hour in like less than 10 seconds without nitro. With nitro, it's like 5 seconds. Super quick car. This thing just prowls on you. It's a prowler. There's actually a car called the Prowler, and from what I remember, it's quite slow. Like it's a Plymouth. Yeah, I'm pretty sure Plymouth has a car called the Prowler, and it has like a V6, and it's very slow actually. Not like sloth speed, but like for a sports car, it's pretty slow. They look cool though. They look like hot rods. Pretty sure I'm thinking of the right thing, right? The Plymouth Prowler looks like a hot rod. Pretty sure. Looks like a modernized hot rod, but even the Prowler was like, I don't know, 20-ish years ago. Probably. 2000s, I think. Plymouth is a defunct brand now. I don't even know when they went out of business, but Plymouth is not making cars anymore. Otherwise, ideally we'd have a modern Plymouth Barracuda. That would be pretty cool. Actually, no, we wouldn't. Because Dodge just got rid of all their V8s basically, and they're going all electric, so... Since Plymouth was owned by Dodge, I'm sure it would be the same. If Plymouth was still around, the modern Barracuda would be going electric too. That would suck. That would be such a disappointment, but it's just the reality. That's what would likely happen. Oh, I almost spun out there. If that was the Agera, it would have been done. I would have had to rewind. This car has much better recovery. And recovery is only a part of, like, how well you can handle something, or how easy it is to control. Recovery is a big part of control, though, I'd say. When you screw up, which you inevitably will, you want to make sure you can get back on your feet quick as you can. Quick as possible. This is a much longer race too. Like this race has already been like at least 3 minutes. Because all the races we've been doing were like super short. This one's finally a more lengthy race. There's fireworks or something going off in the distance there. It's kind of cool. Yeah, that was almost a 4-minute race. So that race was like over twice as long as the last one. 66k, alright, it's fine. It's good enough. Good enough for me. Alright, let's get the 3 feats done. So the bullseye is no restriction. I'm really hoping it's just a normal bullseye and not any stupid crap like making me get into a plane, because I always hate those. If I don't get it first attempt, I'm not even going to retry it. We'll start with the escape, which needs to be done in a hypercar, but any hypercar is on the table, so I guess we can use the Jesko. The Jesko is probably the best hypercar I have, just in general. Just top speed, 0 to 60, all of it is probably the best. You'd think that the Chiron Super Sport 300 Plus maybe would be a little better overall. But, yeah, the 0 to 60 on the Chiron is way better than the Jesko, actually. Yeah, way better. Now, the Chiron's quite a bit heavier. But how much does the weight really matter, especially in an escape? The Chiron actually has about 1,000 pounds on the Jesko. It's like 1,200 pounds heavier, but its 0 to 60 is like 0.4 seconds quicker, and they have the same top speed, so what does that tell you? Come on, Koenigsegg. People always say the Koenigsegg is like the car to beat the Chiron Super Sport 300 Plus, but I think Bugatti is still the king of hypercars. The Koenigsegg is a second in my books. So overall, as a hypercar brand, Koenigsegg is second place. But yeah, I think Bugatti is still the hypercar king, especially the Chiron Supersport 300 plus. I think overall, for an escape, which is what we're about to do, this car will just be better than the Jesko. The Jesko is just not going to do as well as this. It's a nice little switch up. We've been using Koenigsegg's all night, so let's go ahead and use a Bugatti now. We'll use my 300 plus Super Sport. We'll go do an escape. Which normally for escapes I use F1 cars. Which I don't think the F1 cars get up to the high speeds that hypercars do, but overall they accelerate way faster and they handle way better, so, you know. Anyways, let's go. Nighttime escape. Let's get the hell out of here. This is just a very straight road here. Well, not a straight road, but a linear path. And I crashed into a tree. We're gonna need to retry. Let's retry that. Just need to drive away, get as far as possible, and try not to off-road. It's a little bit difficult. The road is not fully straight, you know. I got the objective. I'll try to go the extra mile as far as we can. Okay, I doubled the objective. That's only 21,000 summit points, but that's fun. We're doing this for participation mostly at this point. We're definitely not even going to be in silver, even with the 100k extra points for completing all 9 events. Bullseye is next, and it's no restrictions, so... Okay, I was going to say, assuming it's on the road, we're going to use my F1 car. Because I don't need to use a hypercar for this. And overall, for all the street feat stuff, you know what I mean. The slaloms, the bullseyes, even the escapes. F1 cars are always better than hypercars, in my opinion. So we're going to use this Red Bull RB18, which has never let me down. The only time this thing ever lets me down is if I have to switch to a plane when I'm supposed to be driving this in a bullseye, which we're about to do a bullseye. They better not make me get into midair, because I'm going to be pissed. If it does happen, I have to press R3 triangle very quickly. Alright, let's do this bullseye. Hopefully it's a normal one. Oh yeah, this handles like a dream. Even the Bugatti felt like its handling was quite bad compared to this. The handling on this car is just so sharp, it's so easy to control, it's so precise. There we go. A normal bullseye, thank you. A normal bullseye. There we go. I got way more summit points on that. 87,000. Much better. Much better. Alright, we have one last thing to do. And that's going to be our slalom, which we have to do in the Jesko, which will be interesting. It's not going to be as good as my RB18, but I think the Jesko will still be pretty decent at slalom. You know, it's fast and it handles quite well, so yeah, as long as I don't spin out, we'll be fine. Take it away, Jesko. This is the finale. Making me do all these at nighttime. Nothing like doing slalom at nighttime on a public road with your Koenigsegg. Living the dream. Also, the Jesko is quite good for this. It kind of feels like I'm using my F1 car, to be honest. Kind of just flawless. Just flawless. Oh, that was like super flawless. That was butter smooth. That was butter smooth. That's our best score of the night. Our best score of the week, technically. 94,000 points, got 100,000 bucks for 9 activities completed, and you get like 100,000 extra points for 9 activities completed. And there we go. I actually just made it into silver. Would you look at that? Now, next week, so next Monday night when I stream this again, it's probably going to say that I finished in bronze because even though it's the last day of the in-game week, there's still 15 hours left. And I know during the last day, people always like to, rerun stuff and get higher scores. So I'm just barely in silver right now. I'm in the top 39,000 almost. I'm probably going to drop down to bronze. I'm probably going to be 40 something K by, in the next 15 hours, which we'll find out next week when I stream this again. Unfortunately, probably not going to keep the silver. It's fine. I don't know if it matters that much. Doesn't matter that much to me. More about the participation, just kind of getting in there and having fun, doing all the activities. That's what matters most at the end of the day. So, hope you guys enjoyed the stream tonight on the Crew Motorfest, and I'll see you guys all next time. Goodbye.